Well, it is a game which in the grand scheme of things may not have too much riding on it, but it is equally clear and very visible that there is much pride around it. Chants are filling our ears, proud renditions of hymns and songs. It is the perfect soundtrack. And the matchday noise at this place is truly special. The pride, the passion, it adds to a massive sense of occasion. If you're just joining us, we are already underway.
Peter, if you're looking for a defensive blueprint, then look no further than Alessandro Nesta.
There's nothing he hasn't got, is there?
As complete a stopper.
And the shot! Now and the keeper couldn't hold it. It's there!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
And it's been given away. Fires from distance. Couldn't squeeze it through. Bellingham. Cazorla. Dante. And it's Matic. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And that's put paid to a promising move. Now it's Eto'o, and he's certainly onside here. Eto'o with a beautifully timed run. Cazorla. Marcos Alonso. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. Bellingham. No, he's not getting his way this time. And it's Gullit. Matic wins the duel this time.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Played over towards the opposite flank. Well timed, excellent interception. Cazorla. Now it's Eto'o. That's a little off target. Oh, easy pickings there. Bellingham, and it's Eto'o. He's gone for goal! Oh, the ball's run loose here. He'll try to keep this alive. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Isla. Now then, the ball's come loose. Dante. Marcos Alonso. Gullit. Vieira. Oh, that's up. Vieira! Sticks it away! 2 up now, and they are cruising.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
Cameroon are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Isla. Oscar. Otamendi. Bischa. Now it's Pukki. Walker gets over and intercepts. Nesta. And it's Messi. And that could set him on his way. And he's onside. He's got the shot away! Surely now they are well and truly out of sight. Hot knife through butter. They have done it again.
The invitation was received with such a clever run, and he had that defence in utter confusion.
Cameroon find a position of great chance!
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
Oh, it's come loose. Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? Marcos Alonso. No way through there. Bellingham. And through to the goalkeeper. What a throw in. Dante. That's Marcos Alonso. Barini.
There will be 1 minute added time.
And it's Isla. There's the crossfield ball. And there's the end of the first half. Well, the contrast in fortunes here could not be much more stark. All smiles on one side, their qualities have shone through. But look across the other way, and there is nothing short of absolute deflation. Here we go again. So, 45 minutes to turn it round. Nice sequence of passes, this. Oscar.
Cameroon have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
Dante. Oscar. Nicely spread. Eto'o. And the finish! Oh, and again! He's scored! Comfort, yet more comfort, easing away. That's no fluke, it's what he was there for.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
Cameroon are having a ball here. Oscar. Isla. Played for Oscar. He's played it back.
Really got in his face there, and it was well played.
Isla, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. Time and again they are repelled. And here's Eto'o. Messi driving forwards. Cazorla.
Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate.
It's Eto'o! That is ended up in no man's land.
17,440.
Barini, and now the breakaway. And it's Oscar. Oh, that's a key interception. Messi. He's having a hit! Oh, terrific save.
Another example of how comfortable this team is on the break.
Isla. Oh, good-looking ball. Bischa. Oscar. Now it's Pukki. Oh, that's been cut out, well played. Van Dijk. Bellingham. Vieira. And it's Messi. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Throw in. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Pukki.
Variety is the spice of footballing life too. They need to alter their approach and start shifting this ball.
Mbappe! And another try! He's got a goal! They are getting horribly bullied, and it seems there is plenty more to come.
Look, all they want to hear right now is the final whistle. They've been humiliated.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. Vieira. Now it's Barini, and that's a good ball. And the shot!
Yeah, this kind of bold running will always get you into areas of possibility.
And it's Matic.
Well, they can at least make a fight of it. Even if it's just a goal, the lift it would give would be huge no matter what the end result is.
Now who's going to be first to this? And here's Barini.
Such good technique.
And he's had it nicked away. Into the last 5 minutes. Otamendi calmly anticipates. Puki. Now it's Oscar. Bischa. Isla. And it's Oscar. Mbappe does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Matic. It's Marcos Alonso.
There will be 1 minute
the most accurate pass. Now it's Messi. Mbappe. A lot of space ahead of him. Just eases him off the ball. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were so good at... Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot. Without a doubt, it is the week's most eagerly awaited contest. A sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us. And we are glad to have you alongside us for it. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. And as you can see, we've already started here. Tony Adams. Now, there is a proper defender, Jim.
Well, not too many Englishmen can rival his leadership qualities, Peter.
He just had so many strengths. You could go on all day about him, couldn't you?
Well, the epitome of some...
Dembele! Barini. Cazorla.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled. That's just playing it safe and simple.
Isla. Matic. And it's Dante. And here's Barini. Koundé did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. And here's Stoichkov. Buidget. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Isla. That's Cazorla. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Beckenbauer. Still goalless. Pedri. Stoichkov. Oh, super ball. Oh, important interception. Gives it back. Koundé. He's in plenty of space here. Ball swung in. Beckenbauer.
This is what good chemistry is all about.
Costa Curta. Now it's Pedri. And he's gone backward here. Pukki. And it's Marcos Alonso. Oscar. Dembele. Oh, that's a key interception. It's Dembele! He's got away with one there.
Certainly made himself a big nuisance in applying the pressure to force the error.
Marcos Alonso. Matic. Turns back here, probably the best option. And it's Cazorla. And it's Oscar. Out to the right. And it's Isla. Oh, easy pickings there. Gets his pass away. Turns and goes back. Pedri. Scholes. Messi charging forward, the ball at his feet. And here's Dembele. Pedri. Great chance! Oh, that was no routine save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And we have our very first corner. Now the finish! He's scored! With a predatory goal.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
So the first goal of the game.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Looking for the runner. Looking for options for movement. Koundé. Costa Curta. Moved on forwards. Dembele is fouled. Koundé. Messi. Now it's Pedri. Scholes. Scholes! There's the shot!
There will be one
Well, now it's a
minute
race for the
added
ball. Barini. And that's another good win of the ball. Threads one in. He's got plenty of space out wide here. And he gets rid in a hurry. And the first 45 minutes are up. Well, a very decent watch up to now, but just the one goal so far. It has been competitive and combative throughout.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Well,
Decent hit! And he hits the net! 2 up now, and they are cruising. Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
So that's 2 now without reply.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
Dante. Now Visca. And it's Isla. Matic. That's a shade optimistic. Gently done. Dante cuts out the pass. Marcos Alonso. And it's Cazorla.
There's no doubt it's a long way back, but they can at least give us something to believe the gap might be closed.
Davids. Isla. And he's managed to get free. Stoichkov tries a shot! Yes! And they are cruising away.
The invitation was received with such a clever run, and he had that defence in utter confusion.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it. Look, it's a run defence dislike, but the timing has to be spot on.
Matic. Messi. Well, that pass isn't the best. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. Otamendi. For Matic. Now it's Visca. Big chance! It's in! There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
No other outcome there. That was bang in the corner, unstoppable.
So is this the start of a comeback? Pedri. And he was alert to it. Cazorla. Barini providing an outlet on that flank. He is through here. Oh, that's nice. There's the cross. Adams is there and he can get that clear. Stoichkov. Now it's Messi. And it's Scholes.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
It's a pretty loose pass. Half an hour gone in the second half. Has a look and plays it forward. Oh, it's Dembele. Backward it goes. Chance! He should have put that one away.
Well, judging by his reaction, he clearly feels he should have made more of it, but he's looking very much like the big threat at the moment.
Matic. Buidget. Good running, strong and purposeful. Isla. Oscar. And they're quick to press. Pressure coming in from all directions. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Dembele. Oh, that's a fine interception.
Really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Dante. And it's Marcos Alonso. For Cazorla. Matic. And it's Marcos Alonso. Dante. To Matic.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Oh, shooting chance! He's got a goal!
Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
So now the difference is 3. He's got away. That's an excellent interception. And that is that. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were so good at times. Aside... Well, it is a game which in the grand scheme of things may not have too much riding on it, but it is equally clear and very visible that there is much pride around it. Chants are filling our ears, proud renditions of hymns and songs. It is the perfect soundtrack. And the matchday noise at this place is truly special. The pride, the passion, it adds to a massive sense of occasion. Well, we're on the way. Alessandro Costa Curta, he doesn't have what you'd call a classic centre-back's physique, does he?
No, but his game is never really about athleticism, power and the physical stuff. He never has to let it be.
Well, it's interesting because he's still become considered one of the greatest defenders of his time. How's that?
Well, it's characteristics like leadership, his class, his tenacity. He's nigh on perfect reading of the game and all done with immaculate discipline.
Van Dijk. Caicedo. It's Kimmich. Porto finding their passes. Marcos Alonso. Cazorla. Oh, good read.
That was well played. Well,
He's got the shot away! Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Out again for a throw-in. Aimed in towards the centre. Back when it goes. He's going for goal! Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And we have our very first corner. Marcos Alonso goes short. Throw in. Beckenbauer. Kimmich. Tonali. Still goalless at the moment. Beckenbauer. Porto upping the intensity here, having lost possession.
Yeah, it's actually very good pressing. They want it back as quickly as they can get it, and they're hunting in packs to do just that.
Good to watch.
It really is. It's rugged and robust, but it still needs plenty of intelligence and teamwork.
Now it's Torres. No, that's been intercepted. Isla. Otamendi. Barini. It's a pretty loose pass. Tonali. Fernando Torres. Kimmich. Dante. And it's Barini. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And the keeper's given it away. Chance! Goal! Porto! And Porto go in front. And it has to be said, an absolute gift. Porto are in front now, the game's only goal.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
And it's Oscar. Now it's Visca. Oh, easy pickings there. Dante. That's Marcos Alonso. Borini. Pinches it off him. And it's Marcos Alonso. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. So who's he going to be aiming for here? Cazorla. Matic. Oscar. Ribery. Now it's Cazorla. Great hit! Oh, taken with style. And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
How very smart. He just got it right.
Well, that defence is perplexed by the fact they've allowed him the space.
That has certainly made things interesting. Great chance! Goal! Porto! And again they hit the front. It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
Porto go into the lead. Cazorla. Could have been dangerous, but it came to nothing. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
Pedri has got himself a free kick. Kimmich. That is very well defended. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Dante.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Isla. The final seconds now. Torres looking to get on the end of this. And here comes the corner. This possibly the last play of the half.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
That'll be a throw. And that's a superb pass. Brilliantly cut out. And it's half-time here. So after a truly engaging first half, it remains right on edge. Things still very much in the mix in what is shaping up to be a super contest. 2-1 the score at the break, and every indication that both parties are capable of adding more. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
Well, we've had plenty to go at that first half, Peter, and it's a fragile lead that could quite easily change hands in the second. If you like your football unpredictable, I think you're at the right match.
Substitution on the field. Number 5, Otamendi. Coming on the field
And the
is
second half gets underway.
23, Alderweireld.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Marcos Alonso. And it's Isla. Aim forwards. Now it's Visca. Visca. That's the throw. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And it's Fernando Torres. Pedri. Shot a goal! He's got a goal! And there's the goal they've been looking for.
That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
And yes, it's him again. Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, that goal should be a big game changer. It's certainly been a big mood changer.
Barini under intense pressure.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter. Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
Matic. Oscar. Isla. Played for Oscar.
The attendance for this match was 17,000.
Tonali concedes a free kick for that. And it's Matic. Ribery with the foul. And that's going to be a booking.
Well, sometimes a loose foul can trigger a completely different spell of play, and it makes even less sense.
Pukki. That is great defending, so alert. Corner number 2 then. Marcos Alonso with the short one. And it's Cazorla. Visca. He's had it taken off him. Hwang Hee-chan. Costa Curta. Tonali. Now Costa Curta. Beckenbauer. Ribery.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Keeper's ball. Torres gets flagged offside. Oscar. Matic. Visca. Played into space out wide. Oh, that's fabulous. And that has been cleared. Marcos Alonso. That's Cazorla. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Tonali. Played back in. Half an hour gone in the second half. Cazorla. Visca. And it's Isla. Alderweireld. Looks to the other side. Now he's off and running. To Matic. That has been cut short. And he's picked out the run. Visca. Tries a shot!
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Oh, no joy this time. Isla. Now it's Isla. Just 5 minutes left. Isla made a search from full-back, as it turned out unsuccessfully. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. That has ended up in no man's land. He's looking wide, and he's made sure that's not getting through.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Marcos Alonso. Matic. And time is up. In the end then, no joy. Not for the want of trying, not for the want of running. Simply they were beaten by a... Well, it is a game which in the grand scheme of things may not have too much riding on it, but it is equally clear and very visible that there is much pride around it. Chants are filling our ears, proud renditions of hymns and songs. It is the perfect soundtrack. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Krul can claim that. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
This guy Ferran Torres is another talented Spanish wide player, although he's done well when he's played centrally when required. I mean, very capable in possession, we all know that, but he has this real drive about him, something that makes him very good in those one-on-one situations in wider positions.
Yes, he'd be my pick too. It's going to be all about how they get the best out of him. Well, played right into his path. Marcos Alonso. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Elise. Now it's Mbappe. He's got plenty of space out wide here.
Oh, sweet feet.
Krul deals with it effortlessly. It is early, but the game hasn't yet sparked into life. Marcos Alonso.
Yeah, I've had a quick review of what we've seen so far, and I can confirm we're in a shot-free zone.
Isla. For Oscar. Dante. And it's Marcos Alonso. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Lang. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
Oscar is sporting a guilty look after that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Isla. Oh, that's nice. And it's Matic. Cazorla. He's played it back.
Not a lot more he could do there.
Well read, and the danger is averted. Half an hour played now. Otamendi did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Marcos Alonso. That is good alertness. Costa Curta. Olise.
That's a modern defender's instinct from a modern coach's mindset.
Cazorla. And it's Oscar. And it's Matic. For Isla. And there's no such thing as a bad time to score, but this would sure be a good time. And that is a little undercooked. Olise. And he was quick to react. And here's Barini. Cazorla. Has a shot! And he has produced there the crispest of hits.
Yeah, it didn't come off, but you can praise the drive and the application. It was beautifully hit.
Olise. Upamecano. Lang. Mkhitaryan. Costa Curta. Isla cuts out the pass. Oscar. Matic. Now it's Barini. And it's Barini. For Cazorla. And it's Marcos Alonso. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Well, perhaps not full of thrills and spills, but a game which has been of a very high level, certainly defensively, as both teams walk off unscathed. A tight affair, 0-0 at the break. Reflections on the first half?
I think it's been a very impressive defensive effort. They've never been broken down and contained the opposition attack extremely well.
No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. Both sides defensively robust up to now. Ferran Torres. Davis. Costa Curta. And here's Ferran Torres. Bischa. Some good work on the right flank here. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Frimpong gets over and intercepts. Costa Curta. Well, into the second half, and it's still goalless. Davis. And it's Mkhitaryan. It's Lang.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Oh, that's delightful. Couldn't squeeze it through. Mkhitaryan. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Very little to report from an attacking perspective. Jim, it's a cagey old game.
Yes, 0-0 and little promise of a goal due to the shot-shy nature of this contest, but I'm not giving up on it. There's plenty energy on the pitch, not to give up hope just yet.
And here's Oscar. Isla gets a good foot in there. Matic. Olise. No way through. That is ended up in no man's land. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Oh, super tackle. They were outnumbered and under the cosh. That had to be spot on, and it was.
Now it's Barini. He's found a way through. And it's Marcos Alonso. Delicate ball, and it needs to be. Just about up to 75 minutes.
Well, they deserve an awful lot of credit for their commitment to the cause, but it's a goal credit that would be most welcome now.
Isla. Is that a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Matic. And it's Dante. Marcos Alonso. Cazorla. No, he's not getting his way this time. And it's Mkhitaryan. Mkhitaryan! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Marcos Alonso. That's gone for a throw-in. He's going to be disappointed with that. Shifted it to the flank.
Well, it's very much looking like this might be destined for a scoreless outcome.
Ferran Torres. Mkhitaryan.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Costa Curta. That's Mkhitaryan. Davis receives it in a wide position. Mkhitaryan showing good feet. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Barini.
Oh, that's such a good run. More of that, please.
And it's Marcos Alonso. Oscar. That is a brilliant interception. And time is up. So a tough one to gauge. Defensive dominance combined with wastefulness in attack, and the outcome inevitable. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Well, neither side could get over the line here. Perhaps one team might be happier, but at the final reckoning, it's honours.
Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. And expectations are rising and decibel levels are rising. The noise is quite something. You can feel what football means to the people in this part of the world. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Yeah, Virgil van Dijk. He's just about unbeatable in every department, Peter. He's strong, he's quick, he's totally dominant in the air, and what's more, he seems to really love a tussle. His passing's good too, and he never seems to lose it in important areas. I'd expect this team to notch up a lot of clean sheets with him on board.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Oh, he's been caught on it here! Van Dijk. Schuten. Now it's Wijnaldum. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Foot in. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Fair to say, I think, a cautious start from both teams. And here's Gakpo. No, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. First quarter of an hour gone.
Yeah, we're actually currently watching a contest of insipid probing. The only way is up, I hope.
And the pass is intercepted. Van de Ven. And they can counter here. Well, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. Now it's Memphis Depay. Oh, he's tripped him right on the cusp of the penalty area. No, the referee's judged that the offence took place outside the area. Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance. Crossbar comes to the rescue. No way through, so back it comes.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
And he's there to belt it away. Oh, terrible pass.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
He's one-on-one! Oh, shapes to shoot! They've scored! First blood drawn. And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
Vallecas have penetrated for the first time.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
And it's gone back to the keeper. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. No, he's not getting past him there. Gakpo. Reinders. This is promising. He's having a go! And for a moment, time stood still.
it looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break. It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
That is good strength. Schouten. The Netherlands finding their passes. Schouten. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And here's Depay.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
And the half-time whistle goes. Oh, it's a half which has simmered along nicely, warming up to what may be a more open second half to follow. Reflections on the first half?
Yes, they're behind, but it's a reversible situation. As long as better defensive focus can avoid a second goal on the counter, they know they have the wherewithal to come up with what they need.
Vallecas head for the dressing room in possession of a 1-0 lead. And we are already promptly back underway. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. Gravenberg, Schouten. And here's Wijnaldum. They're urging him to... It's Wijnaldum! It's in! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, it certainly livened things up a bit, and that next goal now is absolutely crucial.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, listen, last line of defence and you don't get it right, then you're paying a visit to your net.
The Netherlands grab the equaliser and we're all square.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
He is starved of space and time. And that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. And that's going to be a booking. Now there's a fine ball. Has a go! Raúl de Tomàs finds himself offside.
Cambio de jugadores.
The Netherlands can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Well, this could be an indication that the team are setting themselves up for the counter-attack here, Peter, and he is very good at that type of thing.
And that's a good ball. And that has left him in a heap. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery.
Chance! Goal, the Netherlands!
And the comeback is complete.
Oh, the invitation was received with such a clever run, and he had that defence in utter confusion.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Yeah, he's fouled him there. Reinders has been given his marching orders. He had already been on a yellow card from a previous incident.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
And now as good a time as any to pull level. The Netherlands making consecutive changes here.
Well, he can certainly make his side a lot more unpredictable, Peter. You know, he has a very good eye for a pass and a tricky one at that.
He's gone for goal. He's missed, but not by that far.
That's a little unfortunate. He had a lot of people worried then.
No, he's not getting his way this time. Raúl de Tomàs. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that.
Well, this is exactly the approach they have to take now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
No way through. And played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Veerman. And Gravenberg. Van der Ven. It's a quick ball upfield. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Hits one! It's fallen loose again! No mistake! It's level again! What a match we have!
Wow, this is so good. I mean, seriously good. They're putting on quite a show here for us.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, that's not the best attempt by the keeper, and he's just paid the ultimate price, hasn't he?
2 goals of Raúl de Tomàs! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
It's easy to say it, but difficult to stop it when runs in behind are being made like that.
Oh, and they really should have been made to pay. 75 minutes played. Nice interception. His positioning was... Oh no, this does not look good. Wijnaldum. That is great defending, so alert.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And the ball's gone astray.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
Raúl de Tomàs. Veerman. Wijnaldum. Can he spark a counter here?
Habrá 4 minutos de descuento.
Well read, and the danger is averted. And he's quick to get it clear again. Confirmation that there will be 4 minutes stoppage time. He's looking to set free a runner. And the shot! And he has kept it out somehow.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played. Yeah, and the jostling for position has begun. There's hardly any breathing space in that box.
Lejeune plays it short. Veerman wins the duel this time. Veerman looking to penetrate opposition lines. Marlon in acres of space out wide. Veerman. Marlon. And he's made sure that's not getting through. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. So it does end all square. Inspiration, perspiration, both on show in equal measure. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. It really is a sight to behold here as Spotify Camp Nou opens its arms to the Barcelona nation, 100,000 plus in unison. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, I think we have a very exciting player, Peter, in the shape of Memphis. A very instinctive attacker whose playing style is often improvised and quite impulsive. Okay, he's been accused in the past of being a bit of a ball hugger, but that's gradually improving, as his assist stats would back up.
Well, quite no argument from me on that one. Kubasi. Koundé. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Yeah, the idea was right, the delivery wasn't. They can revisit that further on.
More and more pressure on the ball here. Pedri. Dani Olmo. Barcelona, without doubt, seeing more of the ball and looking to turn it now into something meaningful. Reinders. Could move up a gear here. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Rafinha. Balde. Looks to the other side. It's Pedri. And here's Dani Olmo. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is.
Well, both teams are proceeding with caution, but there's plenty of time to wait for some attacking purpose.
Now it's Dani Olmo. Goalkeeper's ball.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Schouten. The Netherlands trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play.
Big chance! It's a loose ball. Oh, it's fallen loose again! Rafinha. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Balde is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less. Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Koundé hurtling down that right flank. Dani Olmo. Lewandowski. Van Dijk gets rid without sophistication. Schouten. Memphis Depay. That has ended up in no man's land. Pedri. Balde. Oh, and he's through the middle.
Oh, that was expansive and incisive, the type of move to please any coach.
And here's Dani Olmo. Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. And here's Yamal. That's very neat. There's the hit! Well, I'm not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far. Van Dijk, pass somewhat off target. Lewandowski. Oh, important interception. That has not gone well. Dani Olmo. Pedri. And he's intervened well there. Gakpo. And it's Wijnaldum. Rafinha. Dani Olmo. It's Pedri. Now that looks a decent ball. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
The movement was good, but the pass lacked authority, a cause of mild frustration.
Oh, good-looking ball. Gakpo. It's Memphis Depay! And the whistle goes for half-time. As if we needed reminding, no easy games at this level, and that is proven here. Neither side any further forward from where they were 45 minutes ago, but it is far from lethargic, far from slow, highly engaging, but goalless. So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
Balde. Pedri. And Balde.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
Reinders. And that interception was most necessary. And he's managed to get free. And he was alert to it. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Gravenberg. Yamal. Reinders simply refused to be outdone there. And it's Memphis Depay. Koundé wins the duel this time. Pedri, excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Gravenberg. Gravenberg! Well, they continue each to cancel the other out. Casado, Yamal. No, he wasn't going to be fooled. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. Balde. That's a good run down the left. That looks a good ball through. And no, that was never going to make it. Well, that's a little loose. Pedri. Barcelona finding their passes. In with a header! He's done very well to get to that.
Dani Olmo really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
That's a good ball played into space. Throw in. Gravenberg. Little pass back.
He had nobody else to help out there.
A deeply frustrating game so far. Certainly in terms of the scoreline, it remains 0-0. Dani Olmo. And here's Lewandowski. Nice control. Koundé. Lewandowski. Hits one! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Rafinha is offering a wry smile there.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 9.
It might not be such a bad idea playing this short into feet.
Yeah, they've got to find a way around this huge height disadvantage. Cleared without hesitation.
El dorsal 16.
And here's Yamal. Lovely feet. De Jong. He's in space and looking for options. Fermin. Oh, that's wonderful alertness.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be. Barcelona really aren't making anything meaningful of their time on the ball.
And the pass is intercepted. Can they find an extra gear here? Yamal. Fermin. It's a pretty loose pass. Valde.
Listen, it may well finish this way because it's been so tight all the way through, but equally, we might still get a moment of magic, a mistake, or a refereeing decision to influence otherwise.
Martinez. Now Casado. And here's Marlon. And Marlon! Oh, that's incredible! And surely that has won the day!
That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
The Netherlands take the lead. Now it's just a question of holding on.
Well, look, Peter, I feel I've got to stress that there's still time for another, so we can't be too presumptuous yet.
Now it's Ferran Torres. That's going to go a long way. Barcelona have got it back and they'll have another go.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
Bergwijn. Gravenberg. Bergwijn. And that's been intercepted. And that is that. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the new... So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. This place is living up to its reputation as one of the noisiest corners of the footballing world. No decibels spared in this collective chorus. The action has already started. Ball's gone out of play. Gravenberg. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Oh, that's neat. Great defending, strong and determined. Griezmann did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
I like the look of this fella, Thierry Reinders, Peter. The Dutchman being one of the better all-round midfielders to emerge in recent times. He's energetic, he's intelligent both on and off the ball in the way he reads the game. And he boasts quite a high goal contribution too. So his link-up play gets him in those congested areas and he comes through with flying colours.
Yes, he'd be my pick too. It's going to be all about how they get the best out of him. Lino. He's dribbled past his man here. And here's Griezmann. Oh, such a clever touch. Llorente. Nothing significant to report up to this point, but we are still very early in the game. Van Dijk with the clearance. And we have our very first corner. And it's been taken short. And here's Griezmann. That has been knocked clear. The Netherlands have the chance to go the other way. Gakpo finds himself offside. Llorente.
Well, it seems as if the message has been issued by both managers: don't concede the opener.
Now it's Sorloth. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Memphis Depay. Oh dear, less said about that pass the better. Reinders. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Galan. Now Lino. Lino. Here's Llorente. Good read, needed to be. Now it's Sorloth. Javi Galan. Galan drives forward on the overlap. Llorente. And here's Griezmann. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Reinders. Ake. It's Van Dijk. Now Van de Ven. Gertruida. Now Van de Ven. That could spell trouble. Reinders. And it's Correa. Llorente. It's Koke. Galan. Well, it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Yeah, the idea was right, the delivery wasn't. They can revisit that further on.
He could be in here. Defending of the desperate variety. Koke. Half-time rapidly approaching, and it's still goalless. Lino. That was always going to be the keepers. Memphis Depay. And it's Ake. Ball is over the line. And it's Koke. Gets his pass away. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Could move up a gear here. Memphis Depay. Oh no, that was never going to make it. And that'll be the final action of the first half. But it has been a half largely of could-haves and should-haves. Perhaps the more impatient amongst the supporters will feel they're overdue a goal, but it's certainly not for the want of trying, so nothing to show as yet. At the break, it's 0-0. Any strong opinions on the first half?
It's been a pretty abject performance. No efforts at goal. I'm struggling to remember the last time we had that.
Interesting half, just missing goals, so don't be surprised if the second half brings a change to the scoreline at the break, 0-0. So we're just settling back into this second half. Both sides defensively robust up to now. Oh, easy pickings there. Wijnaldum. He can run onto that. Oh, he's through, it's Memphis Depay! And that is doing no harm at all.
Yeah, they got away with it, but that was a defensive letdown to see him march through like that.
Molina. And that's Piliqueta. Galan. And they've switched it over to the other side. Threads one in.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Tries to get it clear. Llorente. Now it's Llorente. It's a mighty effort!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Lino. And that should get the job done. And here's the chance to counter. And that has left him in a heap. Griezmann engages and forces him off the ball. Goalless still, neither side really getting onto the front foot. Driving on and making good progress. Griezmann.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
And it's Koke. And he's in on goal. Great hit! Oh, this looks sharp. That is ended up in no man's land. Galan. Very little to report from an attacking perspective. Jim, it's a cagey old game.
Yeah, I think it's a scoreline in keeping with what we've seen up to this point.
Big chance! And the ball's come loose here. Oh, what has happened here? Javi Galan puts them all in. And he's following up!
Oh, it's die-hard defence and the willingness to put his body on the line. Very impressive.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Ake. And Reinders. Gravenberg. And Schouten. Memphis Depay. Just about up to 75 minutes. And it's Griezmann. Solot.
You have to expect that from everyone now.
That has earned a reprieve for the time being.
Well, they deserve an awful lot of credit for their commitment to the cause, but it's a goal credit that would be most welcome now.
Reinders. And here's Depay. Memphis Depay. Oh, great play! Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
Correa. Griezmann is in a really good position out wide.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Azpilicueta wins the duel this time. Good spot, he's seen the run. Just 5 minutes left. Surlot, the ball is loose and the chase is on. And he's cut it out.
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
Memphis Depay. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Molina was in no mood for any of that. The 90 minutes are up, 30 more to come.
Well, 0-0 doesn't offer a fair reflection of what we've seen. The game's been vibrant, I think the atmosphere has remained buoyant, and we just need the scoreline to step into line.
Well, fitness and fatigue, the key factors now as we head for extra time.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 9.
So our quest to find the winner continues.
El dorsal 14. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 19. El dorsal
Javi Galán.
22.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. And it's Lamar. That is decidedly lacking.
It was very much worth a try, and I've seen worse. That should tee him up nicely for his next attempt at least.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Coque. Serán sustituidos por
Pablo Barrios picks it up from the goal kick.
El dorsal 8.
Shifted it to the flank.
Un cambio de jugadores.
Played into space out wide. Gravenberg. Gravenberg cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
De Paul. Galán. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, perfectly measured that. Marlon, he's through now, is he? There's the shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Gakpo is flagged offside. Galan. And it's Lamar. Spread neatly. Lamar. Barrios. Looking for the runner. They've reached the midway point in extra time. Well, players doing their best with tired minds, tired limbs, close to running on empty in search of that elusive winner. They have 15 weary minutes to find that, or will it be a case of succumbing to the inevitable?
Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
Is there to be drama in these final 15 minutes? Here we go then for the last time. The score still 0-0. Griezmann. Barrios. And he was quick to react. Simons. Oh, good take in a good area. Barrios. Alvarez. Oh, played right into his path. Can he finish? Oh, that wasn't far away.
The keeper felt he had that covered. Some of the crowd were less convinced. It was really well drilled. Listen, it may well finish this way because it's been so tight all the way through, but equally, we might still get a moment of magic, a mistake, or a refereeing decision to influence otherwise.
No, that's been intercepted. Lamar. And Javi Galan. Pablo Barrios. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Oh, he's burst through. Marlon has got himself a free kick. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. Simons.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
Still inseparable. We have penalties.
Well, the standout issue for me, Peter, is to question why they waited until extra time to reveal their true selves.
So it comes down to this, a final rallying cry, and then kicks from the spot. Alvarez shoulders the responsibility of the first kick. And he does it with poise.
He knew exactly what he wanted to do there and executed it perfectly.
Gakpo steps up for his penalty. (1-1).
Always a little more pressure when you're trailing, but it didn't show.
Griezmann is looking to do his bit. Oh, he's managed to get it through the keeper.
He was always looking good there. Nice penalty.
Fairman will take their second. Saved! Keeper's done brilliantly.
Well, it was a possibility of happening like that. The way he was moving beforehand, very good save.
This to double their advantage. That's how it's done. He made the keeper commit. And the lead is 2. The Netherlands can't afford to miss another one. No! Denied remarkably!
Oh, the keeper's done brilliantly to keep his eye on the ball and make such a great save.
Fingernails disappearing fast all around us. It is down to him now. And he delivers! So in the end, they just about prevailed. All the emotional torture and travails, worth it in the end.
Well, there's really nothing quite like the excitement of a penalty shootout, and they'll be absolutely delighted to have edged it their way.
Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. Such scenes here, a sea of team colours, songs ringing down from the stands. The tone is set for the 90 minutes ahead.
Well, we're on the way.
And it's played forward. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, this fella, Maignan, we all remember him, Peter, from his stint in his native France. That time he took an unfancied side to the title against all the odds. I think he had 21 clean sheets that year, which is over half the games, and proof that goalkeepers can make a real difference.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Pulisic fiddles it through. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
He made it look a bit predictable.
He's shifting through the gears here. Great ball, and he's in here.
This is what good chemistry is all about.
Now he's off and running. Gonzalez. He's found the way through. Gonzalez. Kelly. Oh, he's found support out wide. And the finish! Decent enough try.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Gonzalez. He's picked his way through. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
The other side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Oh, he couldn't quite make it. That pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
That's Gonzalez. Goal kick as confirmed by the referee. Not the best distribution from the keeper. Fofana. Gonzalez. Fofana puts his foot on the gas. Rafael Leao. And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. And we have our very first corner. Gatti deals with that comfortably. And now they can spring out of defence. Conceição. Thiaw makes the interception. Fofana. Milan upping the intensity here, having lost possession.
Yeah, it's actually very good pressing. They want it back as quickly as they can get it, and they're hunting in packs to do just that.
Good to watch.
It really is. It's rugged and robust, but it still needs plenty of intelligence and teamwork.
Vlahovic. Cambiasso. Douglas Luiz. He's got plenty of space out wide here. And the shot! He's scored! Simplicity itself.
Well, it doesn't have to look spectacular. Why complicate simplicity?
A 1-0 lead established.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
That's a little off target. Gonzalez. 1-0 here just before the break, and it looks as though it's going to stay that way for now. Lovely bit of skill. Cambiasso. Locatelli. We've got 5 minutes till half-time. Short changes him with that pass.
This is the time you need that pace.
Gonzalez. Walker kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And again they run up against... There's the shot! He scored! Hot knife through butter! They have done it again! And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Oh, good spread. And that'll be the last act of the first half. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, they had their opponents reeling in that half, Peter, and the break may influence a change somehow, but don't hold me to it.
A half of massive entertainment and excitement. A 2-goal margin, yes, but all things still possible. And we're underway again. Kyle Walker. And Tomori. Hernandez. Played back in. Fofana. Locatelli. Gonzalez. That's a throw. Locatelli. Played towards the other side. Coop Miners aimed beyond the defence.
Locatelli!
Well, now it's a race for the ball.
This time, surely!
And that is doing no harm at all. Reinders. Well, that pass isn't the best. Thiaw kept his eye on it, and he's there. Joao Felix. That has been cut short. More and more pressure on the ball here. So 2-0 the scoreline early after half-time. Douglas Luiz. And it's Locatelli. Coop Miners. Well read, nice interception. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
Rafael Leao in acres of space out wide. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Oh, super tackle. They were outnumbered and under the cosh. That had to be spot on, and it was.
Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. Kelly. Played into space out wide. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Joao Felix. Fofana. Rafael Leao. It's a good spell of possession, this. Fofana. Oh, that is shot at goal! It's in! And they are dragging it back! Game on again! Oh, the deftness of touch. Received it delightfully and finished it off sumptuously.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 8.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. Milan get themselves back into contention.
Well, it was important they didn't get ahead of themselves and lose their discipline. This game plan could near well reward them with an equaliser.
Well read, and the danger is averted.
Well, this is exactly the approach they have to take now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Nicked it back promptly. Rafael Leao. Pass somewhat off target.
Milan really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. That's good vision. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Oh, played right into his path. Cambiasso. Out of play for a throw. Conceição. Musa concedes a free kick for that. Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card.
Yeah, he may feign to shoot and just play it into the box.
Douglas Luiz, done delicately, brilliantly cut out. McKennie, oh my word, that is quite something! About as smooth as it gets, and that should do it! Within sight of the finish line. You just know there is no stopping that.
Oh, the contact was fantastic, right on the bootlaces, and it packed a lot of venom for what was a really potent strike.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, I think it's just the reward for their application. They've played with great courage to try and kill this off, and for me, it looks like they've just about done it.
Now it's McKennie. It's gone out for a throw-in. Loftus-Cheek. And Tomori. Forwards and with intent. Pulisic. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. Cambiasso. He's felt that, hasn't he? Rafael Leao. Gatti. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. And he welcomes it in. And Milik! Magnificent! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! And time is up. Well, that was a shimmering, sizzling, scintillating game. The key characters glittered throughout and did what they did when required so to do. There could be only one outcome. Thoughts on what we've just seen?
That is a superb win. This is one of those games where the result justifies whatever means. Just look.
Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Douglas Luiz. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, I've always been a fan of this fella, Kyle Walker, who's amongst the most established fullbacks in the game. Cited but...
Tries a header! He will be livid with himself. Hernandez. Musa. Gabia. Kyle Walker. And he's got his cross in. Reinders. Pulisic. Now it's Rafael Leao. No way through. He's gone for goal! And that is doing no harm at all.
Well, I think a little eagerness just got the better of him. He may have been thinking about back-page headlines there.
Couple of decent early chances. It bodes well for an exciting game. Opts for safety. Locatelli. Neither side yet able to find the net. Kyle Walker. And that's a throw-in. And that's definitely not his best. And back to the keeper they go. Vlahovic! Shapes to shoot! And he's done it! Terrible error, duly punished. So the first goal of the game.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter.
Vlahovic! Pulisic. And here's Vlahovic. Cambiasso. Lovely feet. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Oh, taken with style! And again, they simply do not know what has hit them. Not a defender in sight. He had all the time in the world.
I just think that's a good example of how you take advantage of a lapse in concentration. He was on the prowl, hungry, looking for any scraps that came his way, and he certainly gobbled up the chance, took it really well.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Hernandez just eases him off the ball, and that has left him in a heap. He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. The referee's come over. It's a red card. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men.
Well, sometimes a loose foul can trigger a completely different spell of play, and it makes even less sense.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 11.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Yeah, they're looking for some imagination, and his job's going to be to add that element of craft and guile, the man pulling the strings.
Douglas Luiz. And he was quick to react. Coop Miners. Now that looks a decent ball. Reinders. Rafael Leao. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Yildiz. Cambiasso has created one goal already. Now it's Pulisic. Pulisic. That pass isn't the best. He's cut it out. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Shifted it to the flank. That's really well manoeuvred. McKennie. Good running, strong and purposeful. And that's another good win of the ball. McKennie. Yildiz. Cambiasso.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Vlahovic picks out great hit. Now who's going to be first to this? And one more try. And it's there. And they are pulling clear here. And there's the end of the first half. Well, the contrast in fortunes here could not be much more stark. All smiles on one side, their qualities have shone through. But look across the other way, and there is nothing short of absolute deflation. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, I think we're seeing a very good example of what to do when you're a man light. Some of the covering play has been hugely impressive, and that owes a lot to focus and discipline, which have been top-notch, of course, since the sending off.
Really has been an astonishing game, peppered with goals. You cannot help feeling that the second half will supply more. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. He's got away. He's had a hit! He has done it! Surely now they are well and truly out of sight. Oh, high-quality goal, lovely first touch, sumptuous second.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
As if three weren't enough, this is nigh on utopian. It's become a case of men against boys. Well, he caught that pure, but no end product.
Well, Peter, he clearly felt he was being invited to shoot, and it wasn't the worst decision he could have made.
Not the best distribution from the keeper. Well, that's been cut out, well played. Now it's Rafael Leao. That's a nicely measured pass. Gatti did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
That dugout has had some relief at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
So Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is
Yildiz! Oh, denied at the last.
Well, that's why we all say indecision is fatal.
And we have our very first corner. And it's been taken short. Hernandez cuts it out. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Pulisic. No, again there's no way through. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
Gabia. Pulisic. Gatti kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Koopmeiners. Thiaw calmly anticipates. Reinders tries to dink it in, and he's made sure that's not getting through. Pass somewhat off target. Yildiz. Cambiasso. Yildiz is wide and looking to get onto this. Vlahovic. Steaming on goalwards. Now it's Rafael Leao.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Hernandez.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
And he's picked out the run. Gets into some space. Good read, needed to be.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. And that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Musa. So, what can they make of this? Now it's Pulisic. Now it's Rafael Leao. Well read, and the danger is averted. Yildiz. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. Strokes it back.
That's good pressure. It gave him no other choice.
Spread it left. Vlahovic showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Vlahovic.
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
Mignon catches it safely. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. Rafael Leao. Vlahovic. Oh, he's been caught. Can he pull it off? It's a goal! And this is getting ridiculous. Borderline. And that's it. So a real showpiece win. This lot was simply far too clever for their opponents, and despite their best endeavours, it has ended in an easy win. Vlahovic, very much the hero in this game. Well, how will we look back on that?
That is a superb win. This is one of those games where the result justifies
Efootball.